Today I'm going to be showing you all of the adaptations I've had done on my car, as well as just giving you a little tour, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. So now we're going to go into the driver's side, because yes, I can drive a car, and again we have the keyless entry, so we can just open the door. Okay, so now we're officially sat in my car. Yeah, this is the driver's side. So I'm going to start with showing you the adaptations on this side, and then basically we're just going to work over. So let's go. So the first thing that you may be able to see are these. So basically what they did is they took the entire panel out, which has all of my mirror controls, my windows and things like that. So they took the whole panel out and they actually moved it here where it's raised, so meaning that I can put the windows up and down myself, obviously, if I've got the engine turned on, which I currently don't. So yeah, this is really great. It means I can use them all, which is absolutely fab. The next adaptations are probably the two most obvious when you come in my car, and it's these two little grey cups. Now I'm pretty sure these are 3D printed cups, which basically fit my arms in them perfectly. So let's go through both of them. This one on the right is actually how I accelerate and brake the car. Now although my car still does have the pedals in it, I don't use the pedals to drive, I use this. So I drive an automatic, which means I only have to accelerate and brake. They're the only two controls I need. So basically I drive with one arm in this cup and then one arm in the steering wheel cup, which I will explain. So to do my accelerating and braking, I basically push it down to accelerate. I only need to push it a tiny bit, otherwise I'm going to end up in my neighbour's house, which we don't want to do. And then I push it towards the car to brake. Obviously I wouldn't do that much, that's an emergency stop. They are actually lined with this fleecy stuff, which I'm pretty sure was originally a dog bed, and it just means that my arms fit in them really nice and comfortable. I can drive for quite a long period of time. I mean, my driving lessons are 2 hours and I'm still really comfortable driving. So this one's on the steering wheel. Now I use one arm on the steering wheel and one arm to accelerate and brake. And yeah, this one is basically just a cup fitted to the steering wheel, so I can screw both ways to do like a roundabout or something. And yeah, they did actually think that I was going to need my steering lightened. However, on this car I didn't, which was really, really great. I don't have my steering lightened or anything, but this cup just helps me manoeuvre the steering wheel a little bit better, which is absolutely fab. Okay, so the next adaptation is actually called a bleeper, which you may have heard in the last video. It's kind of making a bit of noise. Basically a tiny little button that my leg hits, which has my lights, it has my indicators, it also has my wipers and stuff on it, and basically I have to hit it for a certain amount of beeps and then it does an action. So yeah, this is how I indicate if I need to, you know, show that I'm going a certain way. So it's actually really, really discreet in my car. I was trying to show my nan it the other day and she just couldn't work out what it was. So I'll do one where you can then see the reaction from it. 2 beeps is actually a left indicator, so if I press it and hold it for 2 beeps, my left indicator will then be going. And as you can hear, an indicator is then going, and then it either self-cancels if I turn left, or I press it 2 more times and then it cancels. The bleeper is actually a really, really good adaptation for me to have. It means I don't have to use my arms for anything else, and it is probably the trickiest part I've found so far. It was something I really, really struggled to do, just the multitasking element of it, but I feel like I'm about to get in the grips of it now. This is actually how I change my car into the different modes. So as you can see on this little dial, it actually has all the letters on it for an automatic car, and you basically just turn it, obviously whilst you're braking, and this is what allows you to change from like reverse into park or into drive, which is really, really useful for me actually. And not many cars had a changer that I could do, but this one does, so it's amazing. Then here's the handbrake, and I also have my automatic handbrake turned on, which is absolutely fab, means I'm not going to crash into anything. And then the keyless entry just works the same. To close the car, so you just shut the door and then press here, and again, and the car is completely secured.